with this particular race. And we're looking at the Harvard-bound Sophia GORRIARAN. And GORRIARAN has been a sensation since the time she was about 15 or 14 years old. She's number 6 there. GORRIARAN holds the national under 20 record, actually, for 600 meters, 125.22. Her 2:00.58, which she did indoors in 2022, is 5th on the high school all-time list. And she was first just a few weeks ago at the under 20s in Eugene. You see Imogen BARRETT there, too. She was first in the under 20 800 and second in the 1500. And in the senior level, she was 4th at the USA Indoor in the 800 in 2022. And there maybe is our ostensible favorite, Charlene LIPSEY. Will.
Yeah, Charlene is coming back into form after, having some difficulties, we'll just put it that way, over the last 2 or 3 years. But she moved to Baltimore under the tutelage now of Coach Tom Brumlick, as is the entire UA Mission-run Baltimore 800 team. And he's done an exceptional job bringing her back into form. We've seen her break 2 minutes once, if not twice this year already, winning races, being on podium finishes. And Charlene is a savvy veteran. She is one of the most storied 800-meter and 1,500-meter runners in recent history in America, and it's just an absolute joy to see her back running near her best. And so I expect nothing less than that from her tonight, as well as some of the other athletes out here. I'm actually really excited to see Sammy Watson, prodigal talent, who we're all just cheering for. She's, again, just a top-class human being and exceptional runner.
So Sammy Watson was another one like GORRIARAN that was a terrific junior runner. She won the 800 and the 4x4 in the World Under-20s and the World Under-18s. Both those events and both those competitions. She won the 2018 NCAAs for Pat Henry over at Texas A&M. And Sammy Watson herself, 6th on the all-time high school list with a 2:00.65. Her season's best, 2:00.84. And I'd love to see Sammy Watson break 2. And it seems like tonight would be a great night given the field and how competitive it's going to be. LIPSEY, of course, her lifetime best, 1:57.38, dates back to 2017 when she was 7th at the World Championships that year.
Yeah, we just have fireworks on the track right now. It appears also that we have Sintayehu VISSA, who is stepping on the track here, electing to run this event over the 1,500 meters. I'm not seeing her on our start list, but I see her on the track. The only thing I get scared of, Tom, in races like this is when you have so many athletes clustered around personal bests of a certain time that, time and space, you can't have 2 people in the same place at the same time. So hopefully we avoid any collisions or any troubles down the backstretch. But we have almost 2 athletes per lane from lane 2 through 9 on this beautiful track here at Jack Kemp Stadium at Occidental College. So hopefully they're nudging each other a little bit, saying, do you get out hard? Are you going to relax the first 100? And making some game time decisions before the starter shoots his gun.
So we saw Kendall ELLIS, who, of course, has made U.S. national teams and won gold medals as a part of the U.S. 4x400 meter relays. And, of course, the relay that everybody remembers is when she ran down and won for USC the NCAA 4x400 meter relay championship, and ultimately USC won the team title a few years back. Anyway, that's Kendall ELLIS on the very far outside. Sabrina SOUTHERLAND just on her inside. She's a former NCAA champ at the University of Oregon. She won the indoors in 2018. We want to mention, of course, Susan ANENO of Uganda, a 5-time American Athletic Conference champ and a Conference USA champ. You mentioned Sintayehu VISSA of Italy, 26 years old. This is her first 800 this year, but she was the NCAA 1,500 champion in 2022 for Ole Miss, where she also won the SEC title that year, second in the NCAA indoor mile in 2022. And already this year, she's run 4:01.98 for 1,500, which is smoking, and a 4:24.35 for the mile. Laurie BARTON is in this from Clemson. 2:00.65 is her lifetime best. She was 9th at the USA Championships in the 1,500 just a couple of weeks ago, and we are off and running on this absolutely loaded field. And I expect, actually, Shafiqua MALONEY, she's the one with the aqua hair. Shafiqua MALONEY is a front runner, and I would expect, even though Kendall ELLIS is supposed to take the pace here, I would expect MALONEY to be very close to the front. MALONEY's another NCAA champ at Arkansas, and she has the national record for St. Vincent's in the 800 at 2:01:22. So it is Kendall ELLIS. Nobody's going with her, but Charlene LIPSEY is kind of tucked in there in second. And everybody else kind of in single file behind. That's ANENO and Shafiqua MALONEY, Sammy Watson in there. A little pushing going on with VISSA.
Yeah, you know, Tom, this was a bit of my fear that, especially when you have someone who's a very successful 400-meter runner taking it out and trying to run a metered event here. You know, they get out so hard that first 100 meters, which is paramount in the 800. But gosh, you know, they let off the gas a little bit too hard. Charlene, that savvy veteran, everyone's looking to her to drive this pace through the third 200, the most important 200 of the race. And you can see they're starting to get some daylight between Charlene and the rest of the field.
Yeah, this one is starting to string out just a little bit. LIPSEY looks good. She is the leader early on. In second is ANENO, maybe a little bit of a surprise for her to be that far up there. And in third is Sabrina SOUTHERLAND. And now Sammy Watson moves into third. So Watson in third, SOUTHERLAND in fourth, Maloney in fifth, Imogen BARRETT in sixth, and that is Brenna DETRA in seventh. Not a lot of people are out of this right now. In fact, a lot of people are in it. Sammy Watson looking to the right. Can she hold on? It is Watson. And wow, it's going to be close. And Watson at the line. I don't think she broke two. But boy, you talk
so
about
close.
So close. 2:00:60 for Sammy Watson. That is a lifetime best, and her old lifetime best from 2017. So the Watson didn't break two. And then Brenna DETRA, really nice 2:00:68 in second. Susan ANENO, lifetime best, 2:01:26 in third. Season's best for SOUTHERLAND in fourth. Take it away, Will.
Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was concerned about. There's so many athletes who are in such fine form right now that with 200 meters to go, Charlene really put herself out there, but got a little bit of a bump from Sammy Watson with about 100 meters to go. She opened up a little bit of a crack, and Sammy slithered right through that, running incredibly strong over the last 100 meters. But when you lose your momentum at this point in 800-meter race, it is like someone is deflating your tires. Charlene starts to go backwards as everyone else is hard charging for the finish line, and Sammy Watson comes away with the win, 2:0.6 on a stellar run from Sammy today. Absolutely thrilled to see it with Brenna DETRA. I mean, again, Tom, this is what I'm saying. You got a lot of athletes right now who are looking to run. They may not have had the early seasons that they want. You know, athletes like Sabrina SOUTHERLAND coming back from some untimely injuries in the indoor season, knowing that the summer is long. You're going to have track races, good track races through the middle and end of September. So we call this is the back half of the season right now for a lot of these athletes who did not qualify for the World Championships, and they have something to prove. They're out there running with a chip on their shoulder.
So what do you think of Charlene LIPSEY dropping to 10th? You know, she was kind of aggressive early on, was the ostensible leader at 400. What happened there?
Yeah, I just think it was a matter of losing a bit of momentum. When Sammy hit her on the shoulder there, it just sort of threw her off guard, and then the race got away from her. I don't think Char's going to look into that very deeply, that she put herself out there, ran a great race, but Sammy Watson came away with the win today.
Okay, let's go down to Chris Nickinson, who is our ace reporter on site, and he is with Sammy Watson, our winner.
Sammy, 2:60 tonight. Feeling pretty good about that time after USA's and tired legs after all those rounds?
Yeah, it's been a while since I got a PR in the 800, so it's nice to be at this stage of fitness right now. I've been working for it for a long time.
Good pack there. You guys got through fairly quickly, but not insanely fast.
Mm-hmm.
Looked a little chaotic, a lot of traffic.
I was expecting that. There's a lot of girls in the heat, so that's what me and my coach train for, to navigate a crowd and make moves at the right time.
How much more racing do you have planned for this summer?
I hope a lot more, at least a month or two, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, well, Sammy Watson, pretty happy with her big win tonight in LA. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Sammy Giggham, for the Aggie Watson. And we have so much more coming to you from Jack Kemp Stadium on the campus of Occidental. The men's 800 will be coming up right after this.